2012, and we started it as we needed a full-time spot for our store that was already in existence at Geneva on the Lake, which is a boutique, and it was seasonal, and we wanted to go full-time. And we did sell some health foods at Geneva on the Lake, but it is a seasonal store, so we wanted to get a full-time store in the area. We knew that there was a need to do a health food store. I happen to be a health food customer, and I couldn't find a place to buy my resources that I needed. So we already were in retail, and we had a boutique at Geneva on the Lake. And I personally eat very healthy, and I also have been a vegetarian for probably 40 years. And so we needed a full-time spot, but we knew that the boutique wouldn't be enough to really let us exist in downtown Geneva year-round. And we knew there was a need for a health food store, so we opened a health food store, but we did bring our boutique in here first. Well, we have packaged food, we have fresh food, we have frozen food. We have over 100 bulk herbs and spices. We have over 40 pure essential oils. We have bulk beans, pasta, and rice, organic, plus the bulk herbs and spices. We have homemade soaps and lotions, plus we have the natural soaps and lotions. We have over 38 artists in our store that make artwork, plus they make soaps and lotions and all kinds of health products. And then we carry Now Vitamins is our main line of vitamins. We also have Nature's Answers, Planetary Herbals and Source Naturals, and a lot of other brands. It's too many to really name.
Tell me what happened with you that you decided to get healthier and become a vegetarian and all?
Oh, well, when I started to become a vegetarian, I was in 10th grade. And I love animals. I've had over 30 horses on my farm. I've always had dogs. I always have had animals, fish, any kind of animals I can get my hands on. And I didn't, and really, it wasn't for health reasons. I was in 10th grade. I had no idea. I didn't like meat that much. And I just decided I wasn't going to eat my friends, the animals, anymore. That's really why I stopped eating meat. And then once you have to find an alternative to meat as far as getting protein, I had to start learning about how to eat, and that's when I started learning about how to be healthy. I learned about the health benefits of not eating meat, and it just kind of took off from there.
So do you have a lot of people coming in here that have health problems or weight problems, and so what do you tell them?
Actually, we do, and we try to give them, recommendations on what we feel that could help them. From all the products that are available on the market today. We buy from only natural food sources. We don't have any chemicals, dyes, perfumes, fillers, or additives in any of our products. That includes our health and body products and our vitamins and our food. We stay away from GMOs, and we use organic when we can, where we can get it sourced. We also sell natural products that are sourced locally. We source as local as possible and as organic as possible. So we sell beef, chicken, lamb, and pork that are grown in the area. We get our beef and our chicken and our pork from New Creation Farm, which is in Chardon, and Pellegrino Farm, which is in Jefferson. And we get our lamb, which is Icelandic lamb, which is a higher grade of lamb. It's a more of a gourmet lamb. Lamb tends to have a gamey taste. Icelandic lamb, they tell me, because I've never tried it, tastes sweet. It's more expensive than regular lamb, but we get a very good deal on it, and it is grown in Augusta, Ohio. Oh. So all of our meat is grass-fed. It's all local. It's all fresh, and we source as locally as possible. We also sell local honey, which is made by bees that are from the area, Ashtabula County and Lake County. And we sell maple syrup from Chardon. And we picked our maple syrup producer because he puts maple syrup in glass bottles and not in the plastic bottles. Oh. And then our maple syrup, or our honey producer is local. And he also has the propolis, he makes soaps, he has a moisturizer, and we get the pollen from him as well. And so he does classes here also telling about the health benefits of honey. So we sell a lot of honey, and we do as much local sourcing as we possibly can. We have someone who's now selling us organic vegetables, so produce. So when we can, we get that in, and it's intermittent and also seasonal. And we're out trying to source fresh food all the time. This is a good place for people who can't tolerate gluten, who can't tolerate lactose, who can't tolerate soy, who can't tolerate a lot of products, who don't eat meat. We have alternative foods for all of those different dietary restrictions. We have gluten-free, we have dairy-free, we have soy-free, we have, meat-free, we have vegan, vegetarian. We have all different choices. In fact, we have a cafe, and on our menu, we always have a dairy-free choice, a vegan choice, a vegetarian choice, and a gluten-free choice. And if someone comes in and wants a specific product, all they need to do is tell us what that product is. We'll look for it, and we'll bring it in if we can. So we're not restricted to what we already have in stock. This is the cottage industry side. People make their own handmade soaps. Again, we don't allow any products in our store that have any chemicals, dyes, perfumes, or fillers.
So tell us what's wrong with the Dove or whatever people buy at Giant Eagle.
Well, there's a lot of health problems these days, and a lot of it is because of pollutants in our environment and toxins in our environment. And we put a lot of toxins in our body, and they cause us a lot of health issues. And it's not only the toxins that you eat in your food and the chemicals you eat in the food, it's also the things you put on your body, because chemicals that get onto your skin absorb through your body. So it could be just as harmful as what you put in your body. And as they say, you are what you eat, and it's true. If you do the research, you read the books, you do the studies, you check online, there's a vast amount of information. You will see that a lot of these additives and chemicals, all of the health issues they cause us. And check out all the diseases and all the new diseases that are coming up every day, some new disease that was never around before. And you'll see the causes, chemical additives and things in our environment. Dyes, perfumes, chemicals. Those are things you don't want to put in your body or on your body. We have over 6,000 different items in our store, so we have a lot to look at and a lot to see. We have local artists. We have painters, photographers. We have soap and health and body makers. We have clothing makers. We have jewelry makers. We have all different kind of artists that do all kinds of different things. And
do they bring them to the store, or they actually work in the store? They
bring them to the store. We have them on consignment.
Okay, I see.
And we have a contract. They sign a contract with us, and they bring their product in, and we sell them for them. And it's a really good relationship. It works out really well for us and for them. This is a really big store. It's actually, I think it's 4,000 square feet. When we started the store, it was this huge space, and we thought, how are we going to fill this? Even though we had a lot of merchandise from Geneva on the Lake, we thought, because actually Geneva on the Lake, we were in 300 square feet. We were in 300 square feet for 7 years before we came here. Actually, it was our 7th year that we came here, 2012. So we looked in here, it was all open and empty, and we're like, how are we going to fill this? And boy, I'll tell you what, we grew out of it faster than you can imagine. Now we need much more space. We're squeezing everything in, extra rows and all kinds of stuff. So at first we just didn't realize, we thought, well, how are we going to fill all this space? But we went from 300 square feet to 4,000 square feet, and we filled it up pretty quick. We have a lot more products that we want to bring in. We have a lot of ideas. We have a lot more future expansion that we want to do. But you have to do it, like I said, one step at a time. This is a lot of our artists that make, this is one of our artists that makes these necklaces here. This is a different artist that makes these earrings. That's some different artists that makes those necklaces there. And then we have, this is a really popular artist. This is Jim and Jerry Warren out of Copley, Ohio. They make these silverware necklaces, pendants, bracelets, and wind chimes. They're really popular. They're all really unique. He's a really good artist. He's been doing this for over 35 years. I've seen a lot of other artists try to make things out of silverware, and they don't do anywhere near as nice as work as him. He can really bend it and shape it. And he got angry with me one time because people say, well, how does he bend it? And I thought, well, he probably uses heat. And I told somebody one time, and he said, oh no, I do that by hand. And I'm like, well, using heat's still by hand, but he doesn't use heat. He pounds it out and bends it and curves it. And it's so smooth, you would never believe that he could do that without heat.
Yeah.
But he does.